Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest Hohem iSteady V3 gimbal review. And today we are going to do a kind of long review about it, and it's going to have some chapters here hopefully when this video is published, and you can actually select what you want to learn about it from there. Right, so the new V3 model comes with the AI tracker module that is included in the box. And of course it has also fill light in that AI module. It has 3IC stabilization and a lot more other goodies. So let's take it out of the box, and we get the quick start guide, and we also get a warranty card here, and we get a box, and in the box we get a cover for it, a bag, a storage bag, and we also get USB charging cable probably. Let's take it out. Yes, it's a type C to normal USB charging cable, and a hex key. I wondered what that is for. And the gimbal itself, let's take it out of the bag, and there we go. As you can see, very compact and nicely folded up. I can say that it looks really nice just by looking at it in this position. I like the way it has been folded and looks really nice. Here I see a metal clasp, a metal joint, so should be also resistant. Right, so to make this work you need to unfold it, and that's very easy. You do that, and now it's fully unfolded, and you will select the position of this arm. This can work this way, it can work this way, it can work this way, but that is to be programmed in the provided software. Then, because this also acts as a selfie stick, you can simply extend it, and you get some additional length for those selfie shots, or getting something from a different angle or somewhere higher when you cannot reach it, or over a guardrail or something like that. So very helpful to have that. Also you have here a screw mount, so you can actually put this on a longer selfie stick or tripod or something like that. And because we are talking about a tripod, another smart thing about this, just look at this. So we are extending this, and another one here, and just like that we now have a tripod for our gimbal. And now things get more interesting. We can actually remove the remote control of the gimbal, so we have all the functions here, and I'm going to do this. Okay, much better now. So you can use the gimbal, the control. You have here a joystick, you have a mode to change the settings, the stabilization, and so on directly from here. And of course you can turn on or off the recording, and you can charge this separately. So very nice idea to have this removable out of the gimbal, so you can actually work with the gimbal put somewhere and control it from the distance. Then here is the new AI tracking module. As you see, this one, and it looks like this, and it has two clips here on the side, and when you press those you are going to be able to take this module out. It also has here a switch from which you can turn on or off the module itself. The module has here the fill light, and it also has a camera, and this is going to enable you some really nice follow me shots and other stuff like that. It also has a magnetic fixing, so when you want to put this back you just press it, and it has a magnet that holds it in place, and then it locks with this, and now it's super secure. You are not able to take this out unless you press those clips back, but when you press them, this is not going to eject and fall down, because these magnets here are holding it in place also. The gimbal itself has movement over all the axes, almost 360 degrees, so you can see here on all the axes you can rotate this. So this one starts from here and it goes almost 360, and so does the part here that holds the phone again. So watch the camera module, it goes almost 360 degrees. So it has lots of movement, and as it has this arm that is crooked to one side and then that side, this is not going to interfere and show in your phone camera like it happens on some other gimbals that had the straight arm or the motor somewhere here, and if you are filming with a wide lens camera, you are seeing this motor into the camera. So very nice idea to have this geometry of the arm, as it's going to make filming possible with a lot more other type of phones, including wide lens ones. The phone holder clamp, it's pretty strong. It has also that wire that goes to the AI sensor here, and it has silicone or rubber padding inside, so it's going to catch your phone very good. For instance, as reference, this is a Xiaomi 12 phone, Xiaomi 12 Pro phone, and it also has extra protective case, so it's pretty big. And even though it's big, this is going to fit the clamp very easy, no problem there. Only thing that you need to take care with this kind of phones is where the power button is, as sometimes the power button is going to fall under this arm here and is going to press it, turn it on or off while you are filming, because you can see there is some space there, but sometimes it's not going to align perfectly, so it's going to push that button for you. Then you can also center this a bit. It should be centered this way, and now the phone is actually held in place, but as you have seen, it presses the button, so you need to get a position for that. Nonetheless, even if I put it offset this way so it doesn't push, in theory the gimbal should not work, because it says that it needs to be centered. So as you can see, it has massive offset weight. So let's see, this is just a test to see if this actually can be powered on with such unbalanced axis. So to turn it on, you need to press this button and hold it pressed, and it's on. So it put the phone in a portrait mode, and double tapping this M button here should put it into landscape mode. And look at that, amazing job. So it actually holds the phone in landscape mode where the load of the phone is totally unbalanced, so this actually works in a wrong position. So very good job with the stabilization and the motor power. It's actually amazing that it holds the phone so nice and it's balanced, and I get no error here for motor overload. To control all the functions and to actually use this with all the provided modes, you need to install the Hohem Joy app, and here you are going to connect to the gimbal. And now the fun starts, as here you have lots of things to set up and to adjust for the scene that you are working with. So I'm going to go through all of that and explain you what this gimbal can do, and we are going also to take some examples to see how those modes work. So first thing here that you get is the panel option. You can select different lenses such as 0.5 and 1, of course if your phone supports ultra wide angle and normal angle. And then here you can select the type of panorama, so you can use several pictures and stitch them to one. You can select the 120 degree panorama, or you have here the clone me option, where it takes one shot and another shot and you move from one shot to the other, and there are going to be two of you. But the 120 degree option and the multiple one here are very useful if you want to take a very wide photograph without using the wide option on your phone and have very good quality. So if your phone does good quality pictures, and you can stitch them into one single high resolution picture. Then you have the simple photo mode, and you have the options of your phone such as wide angle, normal and zoom options, and you can here select some options such as auto shutter, so you can do some tuning with that. And of course you can use the button on the remote to trigger this. So this is useful, for instance, putting this something on the tripod and you want to do some long exposure photos and you don't want to use another tripod or something else. This acts as a tripod, it's stabilized, and you can do some photography with it. Then in video option, of course, you can choose what you want to do, and here it gives us some notification how to use the tracking. You have some filters to beautify the image. The tracking works very easy. You just select an area and now it comes into place this sensor here, the AI sensor, which actually keeps tracking objects very good. And you are going to see in this example here that it tracks objects from far away, and you can use the tracking in two kind of modes. I use it mostly not for putting this fixed to track something, but actually I want to track something while I move. That makes a more interesting shot. So when I'm going on a hiking trip, for example, such as you will see here in this example, I'm filming a subject and the gimbal is going to keep the subject in the frame, but I'm walking and I'm looking at the road and I'm looking at something else, and the gimbal does the tracking for me, so it keeps always track on that subject. Further on we have the time-lapse option, and here is more interesting because on time-lapse you have a lot of options that you can choose from, and it's very nice that you here get some indications. You see this infinity to infinity. For instance, I have the duration time of 5 minutes, so the gimbal and camera will work for 5 minutes. The resulting video will be 1 minute and 40 by having a shutter of 1 to 10 seconds, or if I adjust the shutter here, you can see it varies the remaining time of the final video. Then you have static time lapse where the gimbal is held fixed, but then you have the nicest thing invented is the custom track. So you can define 1 point, 2 points, several points actually, and this will make the gimbal follow that path while it's doing the time lapse. So you can get some really nice output and you can do some nice panel lapses with it. Then you have the time warp option. This is very interesting if you want to compress the speed of your video and fit a lot of things and get some really nice results, and you can use this in a lot of places. That's more for creativity, but this stabilizes the gimbal very nice, and keeping the camera so stable, you actually do a moving time lapse, but it's not a panning time lapse. You actually move around or drive around or do something like that, and because the camera is always stabilized, the resulting file is very smooth. Even though you are going upstairs, downstairs, going up ramps and so on, the resulting file is very smooth, as you can see here in this example. Further on, very simple, is the slow motion option. Here you can select the resolution and the frame rate. Of course, again, your phone must support that frame rate and resolution, so I can go here to Full HD and go to 240 FPS, or choose a low resolution. Again, this depends on your phone model and type. So you get some really nice footage with that because the phone is again stabilized, so you have a very steady image, so the subject can move very fast, and then you can do slow motion and have a very nice effect on that. And last but not least, you have the moment, and this is an augmented kind of all-in-one edited creativity. So all the stuff gets into here. So you have, for instance, Inception. You know that type of videos, the image will rotate, and this will add music to your file, making it more interesting. Then you have this facing C, and you can see this in this example here. You take several shots, it puts them together and then add some text and some music. The music is not hearable here due to copyright reason, but that will help you do some really nice quick videos. Further on, you have some other things here, such as travel. Again, it puts some graphics to your video. You have here a black and white. You have raindrop control, night rain, and then you get the dolly zoom, smart dolly. You know, these type of effects, you can do them right away with this. And you will again get a smart motion time lapse, where the gimbal now moves by itself from left to right or right to left for a set degree. So you get several modes here, such as you can see 90 degree, 120, 180, the duration that you want it to work, and the final video duration. That's going to result here for now is just 15 seconds. So you can compress by the recording duration into 50 seconds the results. And you get some other effects here that you can play with. And that's not all. You can go back here, and in this interface here you have the settings, and here you can select a lot more, and these also, some of them will change probably. For instance, if I'm on photo, I get here, no, this stays the same. You get photo size, you get a mirror selfie where the camera is mirrored, you have the option to turn on off the grid. So this is general settings for the app interface. You get the white balance, zoom, linear zoom. If your phone has supporting zoom, you have the slide wheel here for the zoom on the gimbal, and you have a lot more other things. Then you have options for the gimbal itself. You have working mode, which you can set by default, but you can change them quickly. So you have the pan follow, pan and tilt follow, all lock, and POV, where the gimbal will follow your hand movement, and you can save that type, so you don't have to change it each time. If you are familiar, for instance, with the POV mode, you can set that as default. Each time when the gimbal starts, it's going to start in that working mode. And you can do a lot more other things, such as reversing the joystick, how this joystick will work if you want it to reverse, if it's right or left, and you can set up its speed, and a lot of other things here. So that was it for now. I'm going to let you see some more of the footage taken with this gimbal. In case you are wondering, the phone that I'm using as a camera with this testing, it's a Xiaomi 12 Pro model. It's not the newest, not the oldest, but it has a rather good camera, and it films really nice in 4K and 60 frames per second, and has good dynamic range. So the image quality, from my point of view, it's rather decent and makes a very good combo with this gimbal.
Sun is shining, skies are clear. Feel the rhythm, summer's here. Dancing barefoot on the sand. Heartbeats echo hand in hand, hand. We feel the summer in our soul. Let the music take control. Every moment young and free. In this summer, you and me. Waves are crashing, time stands still. Moonlit nights, a perfect thrill. Laughter echoes through the night. In your arms it feels so right. Endless nights and endless days. In this magic we will stay. We feel the summer in our soul. Let the music take control. Every moment young and free. In this summer, you and me. Hold on tight, don't let it fade. Memories that we've made. Every beat, every sound. In this love we are found. We feel the summer in our soul. Let the music take control. Every moment young and free. In this summer, you and me.
If you have any kind of questions or want to know more about this gimbal, leave a comment below and I'm going to try to answer you as fast and as best as possible. Also, check out the links for this product. You are going to see them in the video description, and from there you can see more on the official store page. Until my next video, see you and bye bye.